Hi, my name is Linda Lynch. I'm with the Monument Protection Unit of the National Monument Service, and I'm delighted to be here today to see Burnbeo Trust and the volunteers here under archaeologist Elaine Lynch doing the work of vegetation clearance here at this important portal tomb in Moyree Commons. The portal tomb is one of about 150 of these monument types in the country, and there's a particular bunch of them here in the Burn, of which the most famous is Paul na Brona. Recorded monuments, we've thousands and thousands of them in the country, like ring forts and tower houses and things like this. So they're protected under national monuments legislation. And under that legislation, any works at or in relation to the monument require 2 months notification to the department, which is the National Monument Service. And so this includes vegetation clearance. So Elaine and the Burnbeo Trust came to us in advance, knowing that these works were taking place, to get that notification in place and then to receive recommendations as to how the works should proceed. Regarding that notification, it's really, really important because it allows, first of all, us to assess whether the works are appropriate, and in this case they're certainly appropriate because it's revealing the site again, and then to be able to offer recommendations as to how that work should proceed with minimum impact on the monument. Vegetation clearance might seem to some individuals to be very basic and general, but it's not. It can have significant impacts on the monument. And Elaine and her team are very experienced in terms of vegetation clearance on a huge range of sites across the Burn now. It has to be done carefully. We don't want ground disturbance. We don't want an impact on the monument. Ivy has to be removed really, really carefully. Because if it's not, it can cause damage, it can cause collapse in monuments. Sometimes it's literally what's holding a monument together. That's why the notifications are so important and the correct permissions are sought for the works. The community involvement at this site is absolutely crucial. Like I said, the National Monuments is, oversees the thousands of recorded monuments that are in the country, but we can't maintain them. So having that community involvement is really, really important. And it's the community that are the custodians of the site for the future generations. We're just taking care of it for the next generation. So the site is as it is now. We need to preserve it as best as possible. So I really want to commend Burnbeo Trust, Elaine, who does incredible work, is a very innovative archaeologist, and the volunteers, because without them this work literally couldn't take place. And I also want to commend the landowner here, because it was his concern about, he knew there was an archaeological monument on the site, on his land, but he couldn't see it. He wanted the public to appreciate what this monument was. And so he came to National Monuments for advice on how to go about that. And then we were able to work with Burnbeo Trust to begin to do these works that are taking place today. So it's going to be really exciting to see how the monument emerges at the end of today. And I would encourage anybody to look at archaeology.ie, to have a look at monument protection, to have a look at what's in your area, and to engage with your local heritage and archaeology.
I am the Conservation and Outreach Officer for Burnbeo Trust, a not-for-profit NGO based here in the beautiful Burn, and we work towards to connecting all of us to our places and our role in taking care of them. So we do that through about 26 programs per year, the big ones being Farming for Nature, the Hare's Corner, Heritage Keepers, but we also do it through education, events, outreach and hands-on conservation like you're seeing here today. So we believe that community-led action and informed pride of place are key to the sustainable future of a region like the Burn. So the group you're seeing behind us is a really passionate and lovely group. They're brilliant. They're called the Burnbeo Conservation Volunteers. They were set up as a group back in 2010 by the Burnbeo Trust, really to address the need in the community to work towards the sustainable future of this region. Burn is super rich in natural and cultural heritage. However, it's also dealing with key conservation issues like scrub encroaching on beautiful monuments in the Burn, also on very important Burn habitats. very important for biodiversity. There is the iconic dry stone walls that have been that get damaged by feral goats, for example. There's invasive species, there's a lack of monitoring of species. So those kind of key conservation issues we are trying to tackle with this group. So we have a Barnbio Conservation Volunteers Committee. We organise monthly or bi-monthly or more events every month. This has been going on for a long time, and it works. So we're very proud of this group. They're brilliant people. They're very passionate. We like to take everybody along. Everybody is very welcoming. And by doing these things, we like to think that we work towards a sustainable future for the Burren. So come along with us.
A member of the Burren Conservation Volunteers, which is under the auspices of the Barnbio Trust. I've been a member of it for about 4 years now. I started when I retired, just after COVID really. So we're involved in a wide range of activities, beach cleans, collecting yellow rattle seeds, recording gravestones, various things like that. But we're here today working on scrub clearance, which we do several times a year on various monuments around the Burren. This one is a portal tomb, which is all covered in briars and blackthorns and one thing and another, as you can see. So we're actually just manually moving everything, secateurs, loppers are the heaviest equipment we have. Everything is done by hand. There's no interference with the actual structure. There's no pulling up of roots or pulling out of branches or anything like that. It's just, we just expose the monument really. And generally we get fine weather in the Burren always. We rarely get wet. Sometimes it's cold. Work is as hard as you want it to be. You can do a bit or a bit less or a bit more. As I get older, I'd say I'm going to be doing less. I'm probably looking for a job as a supervisor soon, but yeah, that's about it.
So I've been involved with the BCV for about 14 years now, and I really enjoy coming out and meeting people. So there's a great community element to the work that we do at the weekend, and it's always amazing to see the before and after of a site like this when we come to it and it's all overgrown, and then at the end, after a few hours work with everyone getting involved, what a difference we can make.
I'm Elaine Lynch and I work with the Field Monument Advisor programme here in Clare. Just to give you an idea, we've just finished clearing scrub here from Portal Tomb. It's actually only one of 4 portal tombs recorded in the Burren area in County Clare, and you can see that the volunteers, the Burren Conservation Volunteers, have just done an amazing job. We've been clearing monuments for the past few years with the Burren Conservation Volunteers, and we do a range of different types of sites. But just to give you an idea, Portal Tomb is a Neolithic site, so it's roughly nearly around 6,000 years old, and it's associated with those early farmers who settled here into Ireland. Linda Lynch from the National Monument Service contacted me because the landowner had been on to her and asked if we'd be interested in clearing scrub from this site. So I came out and I met with the farmer, and he was more than delighted to give us permission to be here. So it's very important because this is actually private land, and that to get permission to be out on the land to see the site. So we applied then to National Monuments for permissions to clear the scrub, and as you can see, we've spent a couple of hours here now on a Saturday morning. We had a lovely dry day now to do it, and we actually got nearly all of the work done. So it's just absolutely fantastic, because really to work with the Burren Conservation Volunteers is a brilliant community event that we've been doing for I'd say nearly about 10 years, where we come out to a monument that's in real need of some scrub clearing and we get the work done. So it's just brilliant to see the kind of before the works, because as you can see, this site you could barely even see any of the stones, and now you can see the monument now quite clearly. So we really have to commend the Burren Conservation Volunteers for the work that they do.